Hi, readers. How are you? I wanted to read another dragon book today because yesterday was San Jordi and we had so much fun making dragons this week. This one's called The Paper Bag Princess. Thumbs up if you heard this story before. It's a very famous story. I used to listen to it when I was a little girl. And I bet as we read this story, you'll be able to make some book to book connections. But when you get to know this dragon, you'll see that he's actually quite a nasty dragon, much nastier than the one we met yesterday. Yeah, his personality, he's not very kind, he's pretty greedy, but he's not very clever. And you'll see that the main character, the princess in this book, she is very clever and she comes up with some tricks to get that nasty dragon. Yes, you'll see there's a pattern that happens in this book. So watch out for that pattern to see how she tricks the dragon again and again and again. All right, readers, shall we get started? Just going to slow down the speed here. Okay. The Paper Bag Princess by Robert N. Munch, illustrated by Michael Marchenko. This author's from Canada. To Elizabeth. That's who the book is dedicated to. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Ronald doesn't seem very interested in Elizabeth, does he? I don't know about this Ronald. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. See you later, Ronald. Oh dear, poor Elizabeth. She's lost everything. But don't worry, Elizabeth is a problem solver. Look what she does next. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon to get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forest and horses' bones. Oh dear. Gosh, how sad to burn down forests and to hurt horses, huh? No wonder she looks very angry. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Well, a princess! I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. My goodness, how rude. What a rude dragon, huh? My goodness, what do you think Elizabeth is thinking right now? Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait!" shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon. Gosh, he sure looks proud. Isn't that funny that Elizabeth would say that to the dragon? Is she up to something? "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon. He took a huge, deep breath and breathed out so much fire he burnt up 50 forests. Oh my goodness, that is very sad to think about 50 forests being burned up, huh? But I wonder, Elizabeth asked him to do it. I wonder why she said that. Fantastic, said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 100 forests. Magnificent, said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath. But this time, nothing came out. The dragon didn't even have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Look at Elizabeth. Doesn't she look a little bit proud? Did she do that on purpose? Elizabeth said, Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds? Why, yes, said the dragon, and jumped up and flew all around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, Fantastic! Do it again! Now look at that, Elizabeth. Is she up to something? Asking the dragon to fly around the world again. What are you predicting? So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. So he has no fire left, and he is exhausted, super tired. Elizabeth whispered very softly, Hey, dragon! The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, Hey, dragon! But the dragon was so tired he didn't even move. Shoo! Oh, look who's up there in the window. You see up there in the window? Is that Prince Ronald? Elizabeth walked right over to the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes, your hair is all tangled, and you are wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you are dressed like a real princess. Boys and girls, can you believe it? Look at all Elizabeth has been through, and look at how Ronald is talking to her. Isn't that awful? Ronald, says Elizabeth, your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. You look like a prince, but you are a toad. They didn't get married after all. Now, why do you think Elizabeth decided, I'm not going to marry this Ronald guy? Was Ronald kind to her? I feel like Ronald only cared about Elizabeth when she looked fancy and pretty. But it turns out Elizabeth is the hero, isn't she? What a great book. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, everybody. I'll see you soon. Have a great day.